exact sole purpose.
Can't run a bench on my ash.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. There is a cat in the field. I report there is a cat in the field.
Friend.
Alright, I need to adjust the volume just a little bit.
Hey.
Cats don't play like.
See.
Where you going?
Yeah, that's a challenge face.
Alright, all of you speak.
Yep. This is doing. Are we all? Do you want us to all speak simultaneously? So
Oh,
table
okay, cool.
talk.
Yeah,
Like
keep
you're
talking
trying
one
to make a
time so we can do
decision.
crosstalk.
You're trying to
See
do it.
what's happening.
No, friend. This is not a time.
Come on, friend.
Oh.
You all right?
But yeah.
Oh. Alexis and her friend are watching too.
Alright, chat, if there are any volume concerns, please let us know, but we're gonna get going with a very special Saturday special for the next 3 weeks. That's right, it's a Midsummer's night stream. A Midsummer afternoon stream.
Sometimes summer.
It is noon for me.
It
Midsummer.
is noon for someone. So, yeah, welcome to the first D&D experimentation. We are going to do a little presentation about the world, and then we're going to get to some dice rolling. So, I'm going to cede control to our GM.
All right. So just a little bit about the world. This is the world of Ryum. Our heroes will begin in the land of Julia. Sorry, the cat is intimidating me. Again, about 616 years after an event known as the Great Rift. Are we going dead into the world or just...
However much you want to give.
Yeah, the world used to be a bit more united in terms of material plane, faith, the Feywild, and the Shadowfell. But at the point of the Great Rift, those realities were pulled apart and separated. Peoples were left displaced by this rift. Those of Fey ancestry find themselves in the material plane, and life has kind of gone on since then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
You want to do quick intros just in case people weren't here for prologue?
Sure. Yeah, so I am Draper. I am the GM or DM.
Yeah, hi, I'm Keith, and in this campaign, I'll be playing...
We have the PowerPoint and presentation
Oh, we do have that.
of the...
Got it.
If we could go to the signpost, the lovingly
I was waiting for like
signpost.
the here is your the people you'll be traveling with or something like that. But
All right,
sure.
here is our party.
There you
Starting
go.
with D.
So this is the lovely That's Us sign. That is the motley crew of... Are we misfits? We're kind of misfits.
Oh,
Yeah.
A little bit of misfits, so. This is Daleks the Lantern, a Leonin monk who was stolen by the Fae as a child and then returned to roam the in-between, the blur of reality that the Fae and the non-Fae world realms sort of like intermingle, and they are trying to guide folks back for any of those seeking passage back into the non-Fae. So that is why they are Daleks the Lantern. The D of That's Us.
Hey.
Nice. Next, we have my character, Autumnus. He is an Eladrin blade singer. Grew up in an orphanage, in a good orphanage, so no like tragic backstory in that sense. Just like a charismatic guy who likes adventuring, likes playing music, likes traveling with his somewhat newly chosen family, and sending back money to the orphanage to help them out with, other kids who end up there.
Nice. T.
All right. For the T, we have my character, whose name is Taldra Anad. Or Taldra for short. He's a Dragonborn Paladin / Fighter multi-class. He's no tragic origin story in this case either. He grew up with the core belief that because he's the descendant of the great dragon lords, that he and people like him were a bit blessed. And while that's toned down a bit in his older age, it's definitely still present, and he likes the idea of just bringing people along with that same lifestyle.
Draco Evangelist.
Yes, he's Draco Evangelist.
Z.
That's me. So I am playing Zada, a fairy druid who grew up kind of in that borderlands that Daleks was talking about earlier. So where the two worlds still bleed together a little bit. My community has folks who were born in the Fae realm, who were born in the non-Fae realm, and our belief is that the world worked better when they were balanced before the rift. And so that's kind of the perspective that Zara comes from. And I'm on my gap decade where I just go around and adventure before I decide if I want to come back and live with the rest of my community or if I want to stay in the larger world, I guess.
Okay. All right. Those are our players. Got nothing else?
Time to play D&D?
Time to play D&D.
All right.
All right. Do you want to switch view to our map? Or to Albert?
That's up to Garrett.
Okay.
I got it.
He's on it.
Okay. All right. So this is where we are focused in the world of Yun, again, the land of Julia. Our ragtag group here finds themselves living in a treehouse just outside of the town of Borodu. So, in the early hours, past dawn, Taldra, what will we find you doing?
In the early morning hours, you will probably find me in my own part of this treehouse, which Taldra's actually like dug a tunnel under the roof that kind of go out to like a little bit of a cave, and you can see like gems sticking out of the walls here and there for the whole like gem dragon backstory and all that. And in that room, he's currently probably like doing push-ups and early morning calisthenics, like to get his body loose.
Okay, perfect.
We found the one tree with a cave next to it.
No, he dug out. We dug out the cave. It's like a tunnel under the roots.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yep, perfect. So Taldra, working out, kind of a restless night for you. Yeah, big trouble sleeping, but working the kinks out. Zara, where will we find you?
Oh, I'm in the garden, for sure. Is this an actual garden? Probably not, because I feel like we're pretty poor. But I feel like there are nooks in, like, where the branches of the trees come together that I've just put dirt and, like, little herbs. And they make me really happy. And yeah, I'm just getting ready for breakfast.
Okay.
And waiting for my friends to come together.
Okay. Daleks.
Daleks woke up at the crack of dawn, because as the light shines over the real world, so must they go out to the in-between to light the lantern and start the process. This happens every morning without fail.
When does Dalek go to sleep?
At a usual time,
I was wondering.
they just get up at the crack of dawn.
Okay.
Like any good cat.
Autumnus, where are you?
Autumnus is sitting upside down in a chair in the kitchen, playing his violin as his mage hand stirs a pot of, at the moment, just plain porridge, kind of waiting for the veggies that are going to be brought in, and just, enjoying life. He only needs 4 hours of trance, so he's been up for a little while. So he's just, enjoying himself.
Or has he
Enjoying
been
the rest of the
down
day, so-
since he's upside down?
Sure.
Sure.
Yes. Yes, and.
Yep. This energy. Zara, make a perception check for me.
I can't remember if I'm good at perceiving things. Nope, I'm not. 13.
13. As you're working in the makeshift garden, you're troubled. Like, you had a restless night, and for the first time in a long time, you don't remember your dreams. And it's really bugging you to the point that you don't notice the rider come up behind you and kind of like trot and announce themselves. You turn and see a centaur with kind of zebra patterned horsey parts.
For lack of a better word.
Flanks. There
Flanks.
is a better word. It's
There are many.
flanks.
But he was lacking it clearly.
Yeah, that's what. Look,
Horsey ports is the clinical term for as far as Daleks goes.
Oh
Right.
my goodness. Okay, yeah, zebra horsey parts.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of a letter, and like I'm looking for Dats.
Oh, that's us. I can take that.
Excellent. A message from the Magister.
Oh, this one in this town, different town. This town.
This one in this town, so far as I know, and you see she's kind of confused, like already like the Dats and the tree. It's kind of like
Okay. Have you had breakfast?
I could eat.
Okay. We're making breakfast now.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
We have already.
Let us
discovered
take
that
care of
no persuasion.
Already adopting NPCs.
Nope. 8.
I really, and like you see their hind legs start to like trot a bit. Like I gotta get it. So if you could just sign that you received.
Okay. And I will do a very embellished, like, signature, but I don't sign as myself. I sign as That's Us, and so I'm trying really hard to make each letter the way that my friends make the letters, and then I will hand this courier a flower and be like, "It's edible. Here you go."
They take it, and it's like people don't normally tip in flowers, but thank you,
You're
and
welcome. Bye.
and
Thanks for the stuff.
And then I guess I will go and find Autumnus and be like, "Hey, we got a letter."
Oh, okay. I will take the letter and open it.
you open it and see kind of a request from the Magister Rashad. Recently, your party had, as individuals and as a kind of collective, your party had done some work, and because you were broke, kind of picked up some retainer work. Basically, if there's a issue locally that's a little bit more than local folks can handle, they bring you in. This contract is 300 gold a member, plus 100 for traveling expenses.
That's a lot of money. Should we tell the other folks?
Yeah, we can tell them at breakfast.
Ugh, okay.
One of the few times we actually all gather together.
Accurate.
That is true. Alright, so I think by now Talger's probably like made his way upstairs, like post workout, just like feeling loose and limb and everything. So, alright, food ready?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, what we got here though?
It's you do all of that working out. You could help with the breakfast if you wanted.
I could, but like you all wake up so early.
All right, hey, we got a letter. But we should wait for Daleks.
How long does it take for Daleks to actually come back?
Okay, so when is the crack of dawn in this world?
Let's say 5:45.
Okay, so if it's 5:45 a.m., they probably woke up at 6-ish. The garden's probably done at around 6:30. Daleks knows to be back for breakfast for whatever reason, so they probably show up at 7. So probably about 15 minutes after Taldra comes back.
Okay.
Just like a cat.
So
Does
Just
whatever
like
they
a
want.
cat.
But when food's there,
cat. So
they know.
there's actually like food on the table, and you guys have just kind of been conversing or not because it's early. The cat wanders in, and
As I want to do, you were aware of the arrangement.
Yes. There is breakfast. Again, thank you, Autumnness, for helping. And we got
Anytime.
a letter.
What's it say?
Slurp, 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 slurp.
So we got this letter gonna give us some work within town. It's about 300 per person plus 100 for traveling expenses. You know, not
As you say
not bad.
that, Todd just slams his hand on the table. Done! And then, like, both his meal, but also done
Not
deal
food.
for this.
Good soup. Good soup.
It's porridge.
It's porch.
It's porridge.
It is a liquid with particulars in it. It is a soup.
You
Yes.
say a lot of big words.
Spoon and it like clumps down because it's porridge and it's thick. Not really a liquid.
Do you also want to do this job, Daleks? We have literally no information, but Taldra's ready to go.
Well, ostensibly, that is why we are here together, because the last job we did didn't quite go so well individually.
Look,
Look,
for
I'm
big money
sorry.
means I get to hit something, and that's what I'm looking for.
Artemis, it wasn't your fault, it was Taldra's. We all know that.
I know. I am apologizing for him. That's why I'm sorry.
But we, as a unit, are stronger than as individuals, so yes, if there is that much gold, we can perhaps upgrade from this random tree we found in the middle of the woods. Or, this isn't really a wood, this is the only tree here.
We have made this tree a home.
You want to upgrade from us?
We live in a tree!
Oh, for us, not from us.
No, we
Oh, okay.
are stuck together. No one else puts up with me. No idea why.
So 30 minutes roll out?
Yeah.
Okay. And Sarah will just start clearing up
Your
breakfast.
food.
Daleks helps with the
Ready.
cleaning. Daleks is very good with the cleaning.
Okay.
Todd just told the oblivious goes outside to start doing chin-ups on the branch.
If you break that branch, we're not repairing it again.
That's why we have more!
Told you, make an athletics check for me.
See, that's me doing too much. Alright.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna be 18.
18. You're able to, I mean, you get a decent workout. It holds.
Okay, cool. Picked a good branch.
Alright, so where are you going? What are you doing?
Daleks, after finishing cleaning, presumably That's Us has a little wagon that we take with us to hold our supplies. So, we pack up our usual set of things to go into town, presumably.
Okay. As you're traveling, go ahead and make a group perception check for me.
14.
6.
14.
14. What was that, Optimus?
11.
11. Zara, you're still really bothered by just kind of, you've been kind of off base all morning. Just kind of focused inward. The others, you notice kind of overhead, there seems to be like either storms or there's noise. There just seems to be activity. There's a buzz.
Okay.
But you make your way to the town of Borodu and arrive at the office of the Magister. There is a half-elven man kind of middle-aged, that greets you. Hello, can I help you?
Down
Yes, hi.
pushes Artemis forward.
Yeah.
As Artemis is saying these things, it's like,
Hi. We are That's Us, and we received a letter for some work.
Oh, yes. Please, this way. And kind of escorts you to the Magister's office. You can see a middle-aged woman, brown skin with fine robes and kind of bangles. Stack of papers covering the desk, and just kind of like, what is? Oh, who is this? What is it, kitten? And they just kind of respond, it's That's Us. Oh, yes. And kind of, takes off their glasses and looks at you. Thank you for your help in past things. We've had some complaints. There's a small village on the way to us, Ladina, that I don't know what's happening there, but it's starting to mess with commerce. Merchants normally travel that way on the way here, and without them, things get bad. So if you could just check it out.
Zara has sat down on the floor and is taking notes. I'm actually taking notes. How do you spell that town? I don't know how to spell the name of the town.
So this town is Bourodu.
The one we're supposed to go to.
Ladina.
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 Yep.
Okay. Continue. Sorry. Autumnus was going to ask questions, I think.
Yes. Just wondering, is there any specific information about what might be happening? Or are people just like, this place sucks?
No, someone... Go ahead, roll a persuasion check for me.
$17.
I'm not sure what it is. So one of the merchants that went through the town, someone snuck in on their cart and said that folks in the town were acting weird. That a mage had come and folks started being a little different around them, and they were worried. It's a kid, so I'm not sure if they're just making it up, but if it is a mage, that's a little bit more than the local constables can deal with. So,
the dark arts, you say?
Oh no.
We've been over this several times. Just because it's magic doesn't mean it's inherently bad.
But it often is.
You literally breathe something.
And that's a blessing from the Dragon Lords. It's a difference.
Oh my god. Continue.
Literally paying that little bicker no mind because it's so used to it.
Yeah. And that's...
that kid available by chance?
Sorry?
Is that kid available by chance? Maybe we can ask him directly?
Yeah, I think they haven't been returned to the village. They refused to go. So, I think we could, if you wanted to talk to them, that could be arranged.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. And they kind of look, Kitman, and go get Zana. And the kind of the halfling kind of nods and vanishes. What would you like to do? Just gotta wait for a bit.
We need an interrogation room.
We don't need an interrogation
We need a room.
We don't need an interrogation room. We do it anywhere.
We do need a room.
We could maybe use a space with chairs and
an
a
office?
drink.
And a phone
An
book.
office would be great.
Okay.
That would be great.
About 10-15 minutes go by, and Kitman returns with a human child, light brown hair, green eyes, just kind of teen-ish boy, just kind of walking in. So,
About how old would you say he was?
Probably
Give or take?
like 14ish. Like
Okay.
approaching that stage, but still, chubby, like hasn't filled out yet.
No peach fuzz yet? But like, right, like maybe one or two
he,
kind of
he
poking
says
out?
it is, but
I assume that Autumnus is going to do the talking, so Zara is just trying to get Daleks and Taldra to sit down so that they're not menacing.
Daleks is aware of their presence in front of the small ones, so they proceed to go to the wagon and get a pitcher of water to offer to the child.
As he reaches, you can clearly see like there's a I'm trying to be tough because he rolled it too. Like so.
Daleks proceeds to go to a corner and sit down to minimize their 7-foot height.
And Taldra would never actually hurt this child. So he's gonna like also sit in like against the wall and like understand. Okay, this is a scared child. I don't need to play bad cop. But if I do, I'm here.
I turn to the kid and be like, don't worry about them. They're mostly for show.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
we heard that there's some weird things going on in your town.
Yeah. This mage came through, and then like everybody started like just doing what they wanted, which, no. So I left. But I didn't like it, so I told somebody.
Now, when you say they were doing what he wanted, were they just like, oh, cool, mage, let's give him shit? Or did it seem like they weren't willingly doing what he wanted or they wanted?
Like I don't know, some of them were being a little strange. Like they seemed to be cool with it, but I don't know why they would be cool with it. And then some folks were doing stuff because like I could tell they weren't cool with it, but they were scared, so it wasn't cool.
Okay. And this mage, anything about him that stands out? What, his looks, demeanor, maybe something he was carrying, anything like that?
Make a history check on that. Everything was dark, like dark robes, dark hood, and he kept muttering about like the coming darkness, and like we were supposed to be preparing, but again, it felt kind of culty.
Daleks looks at Taldra sort of like, you will write this one time and only this one time.
And Taldra definitely like has a smirk, but also like smoke coming out of his nostrils a little bit too, because he's also irritated about people being bullied, but also glad to be right.
This is the first time. First time.
What is it?
Yes, the other times were good, helpful druids.
Okay.
He bit one of them
Autumnus?
last time, remember?
Autumnus, did you have more questions?
The kid immediately looks at the he bit one time.
And I'm still smirking, not realizing that he's
And
looking at my
smoking.
teeth. Yes, all of that.
Yes. You left. Like, was it hard to leave, or did you just, walk out?
I just snuck out on the next caravan that came through.
Okay.
Is the caravan still in town?
Are you asking the kid or are you asking somebody else? Like,
Daleks goes out to the side door to the person. The Kitman? Is Kitman a title or a name?
a name.
Okay.
And Kidman's kind of turns. Yes.
Is the caravan still in town?
I think they might have left. Like, there's just a trade caravan. They run goods back and forth.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah, well, is there anything else we should ask about?
Yes. So Zara will go forward and pull out a steamed bun from breakfast and be like, "Hi, I'm Zara. What's your name?"
And they would take the bun and like just immediately start eating it and like zone.
Okay, no, we got one thing at a time. Eating or names, not both.
They choose eating, and
Okay.
but when they're done, like zoning.
Okay.
Zannu.
Zannu?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Zanu. Thank you for talking to us. I understand that they're a lot. But I feel like everybody's a lot in their own way. So, all of this stuff is happening. You said that the mage was like trying to prepare for something?
That's what they kept muttering about. Like, that's what they seemed to be like promising people, like that stuff was coming and they were getting ready, and it felt like a pyramid scheme.
That I appreciate that. Did you have like people in Medina?
I mean, like my aunt and uncle.
Okay. Are you worried about them? They didn't come with you?
Make an insight check.
I don't think I'm good at this either. Oh, I'm decent at that. 16.
You can see that they are very worried about everybody there.
Okay.
Trying to like, swell up a little bit, but like, yeah. I had to sneak out.
Okay. Like you felt like you couldn't just in the daytime. Mm-mm. Okay. Is this the first meal you had?
No, they take. I mean, I had some food here.
Okay.
This was actually good though, so thank you.
Okay. And I will just druid craft. I don't know. Teenage boys. I don't know. Zana, what's your favorite animal?
Rabbit?
I will druid craft a tiny rabbit and give it to them, and then see if other people have questions.
When you druid craft, is it like you would craft something, or like do you produce a rabbit to this child?
No, it's
I
just
think a chia pet.
I specifically said a wooden.
I missed the
rabbit.
wooden part. I missed the
Okay.
wooden part. I just heard rabbit. Oh.
It is just a tiny,
Okay.
like, when I think druidcraft, I think like growing like tiny branches.
That's what I figured.
So I assume that I have like grown tiny branches in a rabbit-like shape.
Mm-hmm.
That is all.
Does it have any flowering to it at all? Again, I have 4 chia pet in my head, so like I can accept wooden rabbit, but is there any?
Great, like a tail, maybe.
Yeah.
Little nice flower, little bushy flower. Dandelion. Could be a dandelion.
Like, 'cause I feel like Zan would be like, can I get a tail?
And I will just touch it with my fingertip and the little flower tail.
Cool.
Daleks would like to make an Arcana check to see if there's like any residual like magical residue or something of that nature. Like usually being in the presence of that type of magic will leave some sort of mark.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
That is a 15.
Just kind of looking them over, nothing you can really detect from what they've described. You are from like the 15. You know that magic can influence people in various ways, whether it's by just making them more amenable or dominating them, but it is not beyond the scope of someone's arcane power to do something the way he's describing.
But there's nothing unique about Zanu.
Nothing you can tell.
Okay.
Taldra's gonna walk up to Zanu, like walk up slowly, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies if I came off the wrong way at first. I can tell that you were brave for doing what you did and have good instincts. And then with that, he's gonna pull out a pamphlet. That's for.
We talked about this the last time too.
Zara just takes it.
But he's
just nope.
all right.
You get that on Thursdays. Today's a Tuesday, damn it.
That's what you think. Then he like drops another one on the table and no one's looking and looks at the kid.
No, we're looking.
Yeah.
We're aware of your shenanigans.
You're used to it at this
Not
point.
subtle.
We agreed we would let you do it on Thursdays.
All right.
Also, not for minors.
I mean, oh yeah. I mean,
Taldra, you're gonna make 2 checks for me.
all right.
One with disadvantage.
Okay.
So one is gonna be the sleight of hand. One is gonna be a persuasion. You get to pick which one's at disadvantage, though.
Disadvantage gonna be sleight of hand. Cool,
Okay.
cool. All right, so I'll roll that now. Ooh, oh, that was a natural one.
Yeah. So everyone saw it.
Everyone saw
Oops,
that.
my pamphlet has fallen! Oh my dears! Oh my dragons!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Okay, so
The
now it's
pamphlet.
persuasion. I'm
Now
rolling
it's
that straight roll.
It's straight roll.
Drop it on the ground, just scatters all the pamphlets.
Actually, I lost all my pamphlets at once, trying to reach for one of them. They're all over the floor, scattered. Okay, persuasion. That's a 9. This is terrible.
He just looks at it. He's like, and just like goes back to the button.
Fair enough. I'm used to this.
We're trying to work with you. We understand that you love your dragon gods, but like, we can't do this every single time we meet someone new.
Rick and Brashad deserves all of the worship possible.
Okay, we should not be here anymore. Okay?
Fine.
Leave the pamphlets.
That was my plan.
I'll get the pamphlets.
He's actually been carrying around the same 10 pamphlets for a month. Every time he tries to leave one, somebody else just grabs it.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
right.
get the pamphlets.
What would you like to do?
Back to the Magister.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so yeah, leaving, going back to the Magister's office. They are still a bit hurried and just seem busy. Just kind of, yes, is
Let's read each other.
are the terms that we agreed upon good?
Everyone looks to Artemis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting the look. I think we're good. I think the one thing we need now is just to get transportation. Where should we go for that?
There, you can go to one of the stables. Again, and they hand you the 100 gold for your travel and expenses, and then when it's complete or when you have a report, come back for payment.
Nice.
And is this just like a random town, or is this a town that one of us might know something about?
You can make history checks.
Sure.
I do have a question for the Magister. Is there someone in this town that should be in charge? Like, is there someone in Ladina that should be in charge?
It's like not that, and they kind of like looks through their papers to see if they can find something like Latina. I mean, there might be some local who kind of organizes things, but it's really just more of a stopping point.
Okay.
Go ahead, make group kind of history check for me.
Oh, Daleks knows nothing.
Okay.
Daleks
Neither does
rolled
I.
an 8.
Roll to
Got
one.
a 5.
14?
14. So you know that Borodu is kind of far off from the capital and really not on the way of any major trade routes. So this little town kind of is positioned like, if that's not there, nobody's coming this way. So it's not so much like this little village that does kind of offer support on the way.
Okay. Do we want to go back to the house, or do we want to go straight to the stables and go?
We have the
I got all
wagon
my
here.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay. We can go.
All right.
Who's driving?
Yeah, so it'll take you probably about 2 days ride to get there. Do you, along the way, do you stop by an inn or do you camp, or like what knowing there's going to be this distance, what are you going to do there?
Presumably, if this is the town's 2 days away,
Yeah.
Daleks would posit that we get a horse with a proper caravan that we hitch the wagon to, and we bring some tent supplies that we usually bring, and we will camp out on like the first day, because as the Magister said, there shouldn't be anything else there, and we're not making another tree house on a day's notice.
I mean,
Last time we were there forever.
y'all aren't. I didn't make a treehouse. Pretty quick. It's fine. Yeah, we should do things.
Okay.
When we get to the stable, Daleks will look at one of them with a straight face and asks, like, do you have any ketamine?
No.
Or if the horses get wild or rowdy, do you have any ketamine?
Do we need that?
What?
Just in case the
Make a
horses get
persuasion
rowdy.
check.
No.
They just kind of look at you and just like, and kind of like grip the horses a little bit tighter. Like, you, is there?
Yeah, it'll be okay.
You've never had a rowdy horse before?
I just calm my horses.
I'm a druid. I got it. It's fine. We won't.
As
let them
Daylock
know
has
the
been
horses.
turning to Taldra this entire time, always pointing out the stuff that you're not supposed to do, I turn to Daylox and be like, I keep telling you, like, drugs aren't the answer for everything. There are other things you can ask for.
That's why you
You can ask for like a calmer horse. We have a druid. Everything doesn't need to come down to drugs.
It's so much faster, though.
Is it?
I mean, that depends on the drug, but still.
Oh my goodness.
Eat it.
All right.
Company, like,
Also,
read through
question.
before you ask for
Can Tyler
help.
fit on the wagon?
I mean, you still count as a medium-sized creature.
Cool.
So,
Go ahead. Okay.
I think we're all medium.
Yeah,
and
well-
with the exception of Zara being small.
Right.
I'll small.
yeah. So, I mean, a single horse with your wagon, like, you'll be fine.
Okay.
So as you kind of make your way on this journey,
Optimus is playing the most obnoxious traveling music the entire time.
perfect.
Darude Sandstorm? Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm done now.
I'm thinking more like Optimus is like pulling a Goofy from Goofy movie and just playing like old corny shit that's well known, but like it's like super old and like
And we would horse ride 500 miles and we would...
No.
No? Yes? Yes?
I'll go with that like that.
Daleks enjoys singing specifically because Taldra is annoyed by it, so Daleks partakes in song.
And Tyler's just so incredibly annoyed right now.
Nice.
Da 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 da! Da 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 da!
And Optimus just is matching note for note, whether he hits those notes or not. Optimus-
I'm just staring out the back of the wagon, trying to tune it out and look.
This goes on for the full day's ride.
Yep. Perfect. As you go ahead and make, go ahead, make a survival check for me.
Cool.
Whoever, either individual or
Okay.
like whoever's driving.
Mine's net zero. So.
I'm gonna guide myself because there's a lot of singing going on.
Huh?
And I feel like we need to get there. Okay.
I'll aid either Daleks or Zara.
Oh, Daleks doesn't know how to survive in the
I
wild.
will take it. That's a nat 20.
Okay.
So, do you want me to add stuff?
No, you are fine.
Okay.
So kind of as you're making this journey, you find a well-worn campsite that kind of has a central place for a fire, and you see like one or two other tents kind of already set up. You can tell like this is a spot that travelers normally frequent, so you might not have as much issue.
Cool.
Is there anyone there, or...?
Make perception check.
Has the singing stopped?
I doubt it.
Has the singing stopped? No.
They might have switched to a different song.
Daleks sees nothing. It was a 5.
Okay. Again, even with the 5, like you see the tents and they're not in disrepair.
Okay.
So
But, like, are the people in the tents?
again, with a 5, you don't know.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, this feels important given our particular party makeup. So I will also try to see if there are people. Actually, no, this is perception. I'm gonna try it. Maybe I can see things. Nope. Can't
Cool.
see things.
It's fine.
Taldra, Artemis, can you see things? Because
I'll
otherwise I'm
just
just
try.
going to knock the tent over.
No,
I wouldn't.
Might as well check.
I don't know if you
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
I got a 20, dirty 20 Perception.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. With that, you can see some light coming from the tents, and like the fire looks like it's recently been used, so probably some recent or either recent occupants or current occupants.
Okay. So then I'll let like the group know telepathically. They're like, hey, like, 'cause I can do that within 30 feet. Like, so it looks like someone either is here or was here very recently.
We're like right next to each other.
Yeah, why are we doing this? Oh, you did the thing.
Yes.
Zara will start singing. Please stop. I don't like that. I'm feeling uncomfortable. I need some space. Don't take it
It's
personally.
just the
a
telepathy.
boundary.
It's a lot.
You're right. You told me about this last time. I forget. It's a habit. Me and all my friends and family just do it all the time.
That one we get. That one we get. Like the dragon, it's just easier rather than all of the and the
Right. My throat gets sore.
Like we get that, but like it's weird for us. It's just weird for us.
Your throat gets sore when you speak Draconic?
After a long time, yeah.
It's not.
I grew up in a house speaking Common and Draconic, so I don't have the endurance to speak no Draconic.
Oh, you a no Sabo kid.
No.
You just made yourself that.
Not entirely. I'm just not especially great at either.
Yep.
His intelligence is an 8. So I mean 8.
Alright.
He uses his throat for everything, talking,
Wow.
fire breathing.
Wow. Wow.
You do breathe fire, don't you? That would do a
Yes.
number to your throat.
Your dragon blowy thing?
Yes, canonically known as my dragon blowy thing.
4C ports, dragon blowy things. This is consistent with the taxonomy of Ryu.
I need to be careful when I speak.
I mean, you know that. Yeah, you do what you do.
Yeah, just me doing what I do.
Okay. You let them know telepathically and proceed to set up camp, or what do you guys do with this information?
Yes.
Presumably, we make a loud enough ruckus that would attract attention. Does anyone come out of their tents due to the sort of like, this is our boundaries? Like, we're singing in triplet now. Like, it's sort of like, we worked on this. Like, we have choreography. It's sort of like,
You have a boundary theme song for me?
Okay.
specific.
I told Draper 2 days ago that the first time you used telepathy without consent, I was gonna sing the boundary song. I knew it was gonna happen. You did not disappoint.
Oh, okay.
I learned it for this campaign.
I mean, would you like to perform it?
She did.
We did.
Oh,
we did.
I was...
Are you going to violate people's minds again?
No.
Okay, yes. Setting up camp. Do people...
So you see kind of like from two separate tents, like two kind of dwarves peek out at the ruckus and cacophony of...
Sorry.
And aggressively shut the flap.
Okay. We're ready for the... Okay, I'll do my Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow. Just like gather everybody and like, no, we're here. This is a fireplace here, and I'll do Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow.
Okay, tell me what that does.
Okay, during a short or long rest, you can touch a point in space and create an invisible 30-foot sphere that grants a +5 bonus to stealth and perception checks while within it, and light from open flames within can't be seen.
Okay. So so the field itself is invisible, or?
Yeah, invisible 30-foot sphere.
Okay. So as you kind of set up your camp and proceed, and you're doing this like away from that main fire, or right next to where everyone...
No, we should not be near people.
Okay. Cool. So as you cast it and you guys kind of continue setting up, you see the doors kind of peek out again and look real confused as you are not perceived. Cool. Unless you keep singing, and then it gets real weird.
I thought it was... Was there not a silence component, or...
It's not a silence component, but it's a +5 bonus to stealth and perception checks.
Yes, but if you're still singing loudly...
Yeah.
That depends if there is telepathic communications without consent.
You were singing before that happened. That's
yeah,
not
but
on
like
me.
we were done traveling, and then we moved on to this new song, and the new song has stopped playing, so we're not gonna start over.
No, or no singing.
Okay. Yeah. As you are kind of no singing, getting ready, you do see the doors eventually kind of come out, and you see another emerge from one of the tents. Large belly, and clearly kind of like with that waddle. And the other kind of like helps her down, and just kind of patting like, should be any day now, babe. You kind of rub her belly.
Oh no.
And just trying to rest.
Okay. Watches?
Yep.
What was that?
Watches. We should take watches.
I'll go first.
All right.
I'm just enjoying the peace and quiet for now.
Daleks usually gets the last shift because they wake up anyways at the end, so they go to sleep first and they wake up right at the crack. So.
All right. So Taja, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right.
During all of the watches too. Excuse me.
Yep.
I take off my top hat, and out of it pops out a little tiny familiar with its own little top hat and a sparkly, not cloak. What am I thinking of? Cape. Thank you. Sparkly cape. And I go, okay, the fantastical Mr. Fox, Phineas McFinnigan, you're gonna help all of our compadres during watch. And my familiar would just be with everyone throughout the entire night, helping with watch.
All right. So is the fox going to be by making a separate check or just doing the help action?
I was going to do a separate check.
Okay. Cool. All right. So Taja and the fantastical Mr. Fox.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Well, it says
Phineas McFinnigan.
fantastical.
Oh, it was written fantastical in one of our chats.
It's the fantastical Mr. Fox, Phineas McFinnigan.
Okay, I wrote it right. I thought I wrote it wrong.
All right, we're good.
Okay. Phineas McFinnigan. McFinnigan?
Yes,
Okay.
McFinnigan.
Okay.
But just
The
give me
Bennett
Finnegan.
Fox.
Okay.
Oh, nice. That's perception is going to be 21.
Where is it? 1 second. There goes 3, 8, 7.
Mr. Fox, Phineas McFinnigan.
Well,
12. First watch goes by without issue.
Cool.
Second watch.
Going to sleep.
I will definitely take second watch. Autumnus, you wanted to take watch with me or with Daleks?
how long has it been?
I mean,
Is there-
we're breaking into thirds, so probably about 3 hours each.
Okay, I will join you in an hour because I just need 4.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll, and Fox roll as well.
I will again guide myself because I am bad at this. I'm not bad at this. My dice are just not happy today. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. That is also a 21.
Nice.
Or-
Second by goes watch without issue. Still restless sleep. Still not quite right.
I'm not going to roleplay it, but I am going to monologue this to the fantastical Mr. Fox, Phineas McFinnigan, and just tell him all of my worries and concerns about the fact that I cannot remember my dreams. That's all.
The fox is very receptive. All right. Third watch.
It would be Daleks.
And Autumnus is up. He's not joining the watch.
Artemis and Daleks use this time to confer, just sort of like, I'm still getting used to a team dynamic. It has been many moons. I thank you for guiding me it's just the horses don't like me for some reason. It's rough.
I wonder why that is.
Alex is rolling perception now. That's a 3.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, that's still a 3. You know, it's the hooves, and they don't like the claws either. Like it's not anatomically a good fit. Like
The horsey parts.
the horse, they're just tender, and like I just want to grab on because they move so fast, and it's just.
Autumnus is definitely listening, but he's like laying down with his hat over his eyes, plucking at his violin, while the fantastical Mr. Fox, Phoenix McFinnigan, is actually doing the watch.
That is completely fair.
I think we just got too enraptured in our conversation.
Did you get what was the Fox's perception on that one?
14.
14. Towards the end of the watch, you notice the dwarven woman kind of emerge from the tent. Again, just breathing, and you can tell kind of having a hard time, just kind of trying to stretch and unable to. Just uncomfortable. But otherwise, your watch goes by without a hitch.
Cool.
Since it is the crack of dawn, Daleks will leave the sphere to go off into the plains for a little bit to do the morning ritual that they'll want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they take the lantern and the quarterstaff and begin marching out. So like, I'll be back before we head out for the rest of the run.
I think Talja's gonna try to follow. Just out of curiosity. It's probably not gonna work out.
Okay, so how are you doing this? Like, do you want to be perceived in this? Like, are you just like following them like or are you hiding?
For now, hiding, but I'm well aware of the possibility that I might get caught.
All right, go ahead, roll a stealth check for me.
So just setting the thing.
Stealth is disadvantage for me.
Where we were in like a plain style situation. Are we still in like a plain style
Or do
situation?
you walk up to the woods?
There are like some woods kind of back off the road.
Okay.
Like you can find woods, but
Sure.
in the like immediately around camp, like it's a bit clear.
Okay. And like, where are you going to hide?
I'm just gonna try to stay off like enough of a distance just to kind of see. I've never seen this before, and we're out on the road. I'm just kind of curious to learn more about you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Let's see that stealth check.
The disadvantage. Ooh, both of them suck. It's gonna be a 6. What do you do when you notice me?
Perception.
What is my passive perception? Let us look at the passive perception. That is a 10, which is still enough to beat your 6.
Yeah. And so you try to be like, don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
And
You're a little suspicious, just a little suspicious.
Damn it! No, I'm singing.
It's a good song.
Yeah. Sorry.
If you wanted to come with, you could have just asked. You never asked, though. You always try to sneak off.
I mean, because you're right.
I know. I give you a lot of feedback. Some constructive.
That's what
some
you call
not.
it.
You give so many pamphlets.
You give me so much shit.
Yet you leave so many pamphlets.
Yet you give me so much shit.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
We are both clearly strong-willed individuals with a very mindset of what needs to be done. But like, you have not made the effort to engage with me like you have with Artemis, and I've noticed it. I'm just.
This was me trying to.
Why didn't you ask though? This is exactly like the telepathy.
I assume that they're just like 30 feet apart,
Yeah.
yelling.
Yeah.
this at
Yeah.
each other. Okay.
To be fair, we are like slightly farther away from camp.
Yes.
So,
Right.
but we are just in an open field.
Uh-huh.
It was like a tumbleweed passing by.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I watch?
That's a. I will show you what I do. Just.
Thank you.
I will stop giving. There's just so many pamphlets. It weighs down the wagon so much. I've never had to worry about encumbrance until we had to encounter all of these pamphlets.
They send me a new box every month. What do you want me to do?
You don't. Oh my Okay.
Autumnus and Zara just sitting in camp, drinking tea, watching.
Mm-hmm.
Them off in the distance, hearing every other word.
We're not quiet at all.
So
Yeah.
Daleks motions Taldra to come out, sort of like look at the horizon,
Okay.
and then Daleks places the quarterstaff and then places the lantern on top of the quarterstaff, and then just sort of lingers there and sort of like, the Feywilds took me when I was young, as I have told you before, and I simply performed this as a way to provide a beacon for the off chance that someone will find their way back. It is that simple. And there are days where I will do this more detailed, but I do not have the funds to do that right now, which is why I have joined up with you. I'd much rather work alone, but that's not an option at this particular time.
Understandable. I see now.
So,
Sorry for crashing on this and everything.
it is fine, but like, it's just, we each have our set of beliefs.
Yes.
And when you try to impose a set of beliefs onto someone else, that kind of ticks me off. Because that's what the Fae tried to do to me. And then Daleks looks off into the distance, and then doesn't hear anything that's said for like the next 4 minutes.
I wasn't going to say much anyway.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, fair enough. So then, like, after sitting there for like 30 seconds and nothing happens, like, Taldra kind of takes the cue and like, all right, I'm just going to head back to camp now. And just start walking back.
Taldra, make a stealth check for me.
All right. Disadvantage again. It's going to be a 4.
Clank, clank, clank,
Yeah.
clank,
Yeah.
clank!
Metal armor.
Yeah, so y'all weren't like terribly far from the camp, and not quiet. And as you like clink back, the dwarves kind of have come out, and then you kind of vanish into your invisible sphere, and they're kind of like, what the? And like we can eat on the road, babe. You can start packing.
Yeah, fair enough. You thought a dragon just show up and disappear. Like, I get it.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Wait, how long does the sphere last?
Until we have ended our rest.
Well, presumably, if
You
we...
did this like right at the end of the rest, or yeah. So did it drop and then you guys appeared?
I mean,
I think that's what would happen.
Okay.
I think we can kind of too. So I would assume that like once we had packed up and were ready, that's when we would drop it.
Okay.
I think it would be much more comedic if the dragon were to disappear and then 2 seconds later reappear.
Mm-hmm. Because Taldra doesn't hold pack.
That's true.
Yeah, I probably don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
So and it just
Actually, before he gets back, and as they are arguing, this early in the morning, the dwarven woman, was she still like outside doing stuff? What was she?
Yeah, like you're not gonna have to roll for that. Like she is clearly just like laid back and like trying to rub her belly, just getting up, walking around, just uncomfortable.
Artemis would definitely like peek just his head out of the bubble. Good morning, ma'am. How you doing?
And immediate, just like like
You're gonna start this woman's labor.
I was thinking that.
We need to adopt an NPC before the end of the session.
Fair.
Kind of forgot where I was. I will step out, so I'm not just ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to startle you.
That doesn't happen often. Can I help you?
No, it's just I wanted to apologize for my compatriots. I know it's way too early to be this loud, but
It is.
hope they're not
Y'all are
disturbing you.
real loud. Kind of all the time?
Yeah, that sounds like us.
Yeah.
Kind of who we are.
And kind of looks you over. You're skinny. You hungry?
I mean, I could eat.
Come on, boy. And kind of invites you over to. They have like some dried meats, some. They'd have some ale. Yeah,
It's dwarves. Yeah.
it's dwarves. They like, yeah.
That's
bread,
their
meat,
water.
So
But definitely, whatever they gave me, water or ale would partake.
Yeah.
Not to be rude.
Yeah.
Play something soft that's kind of like a like a nice early morning, jingle. Just kind of
yours?
cover up
give me
those two.
Give me
Go
a
ahead.
performance check. You've been playing a lot of music.
What's your instrument of choice again?
Violent.
Violin.
Ah.
A whole violin.
Well, it's relative to my size, which is kind of short. Not like small, but kind of short.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Performance is going to be 18.
It's a very soothing kind of morning melody. And you see she's still uncomfortable, but the sound kind of relaxes her a bit. Now, you're a sweet boy. Here, and gives you a little bit more music.
At this point, Daleks would be coming back from the morning ritual.
Okay. So yeah, they'll feed you as as you guys are convening. Did you want to talk to them, or what's up?
While I'm still there, if you don't mind me asking, how, I guess, whatever the dwarf equivalent is, how far along are you?
And you see she gives like this exhausted sigh. And it's like, healers in our village said any day, but that was a couple days ago. I'm ready for this baby to be out. I'm tired.
Yeah, I hear you. It looks like that baby's ready to come out too.
I'm ready.
Hopefully it'll be any day now.
Sorry?
So hopefully it'll be any day now.
God's blessing.
Where are you guys headed to?
We're heading down to Bordeaux. We just came up through. Make something up. We just came from Altabara, or just outside of Altabara.
The other town, not the town you're going. The
Yeah,
other.
The other town.
Well, no, they came. Well, you could ask, but like, even like you would know, they had to come through a particular route. There's only really one route to Bordeaux.
Okay, then Daleks overhears this, and like Daleks gets their own rations from the wagon, not to put the dwarves out. Daleks eats.
Yeah.
But like Daleks has this sort of like the town Leanda. Did you pass by there?
Ladina, yeah, we did. It wasn't quite what we expected. It was quieter than it normally is when we make this trip. So that's why we stopped here.
Anything off? Storm clouds, figures in dark robes, ominous buzzing.
Make persuasion check.
What if I don't? What if I'm just sort of like, this is not like trying to. They're just saying things. This is not meant to persuade. This is just asking genuinely.
Yeah, but so here's the thing: Daleks can have an off-putting presence. So I want to see like how receptive they are to you.
Okay. That's a 23.
Ooh, 23. It was real strange. We didn't see anybody really.
Oh, no one. Huh.
Yeah, I normally, when you stop through, there's a little inn, like someone has their house out for a little inn. There's a little market where the local farmers do things, but this time when we stopped, there was no one really doing much anything. That's why we had to, I think, just kind of keep going and make camp here.
So just no one at all.
Not that we would normally see. No. I mean, it's a village, so there could be somebody,
But you didn't see any.
No.
Daleks takes a nibble out of their prepared ration. It's jerky.
Sure. Did you guys have anything else for him?
Nah. I'm just stop talking for a minute as a character.
Okay.
I'm like, this. I've been doing a couple bad conversations in a row. I'm taking a break.
So I'm just thinking about all of the personal reflection, sort of like there was a lot of conflict. Well, how much of it was my fault? You know?
Those are like internalizing things. They're thinking, like, okay, he's like while loading up the wagon.
Okay. Has Talja eaten anything?
No, not yet. So we probably should do that.
And so, like,
Sour stunned with this. It's like, you need to feed yourselves.
No, Zara made breakfast and then all y'all left.
Well, you know Daleks does what Daleks does.
Oh, so when I would have eaten breakfast when I came back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having
Just
seen you eat
mumbling, sharing a bun with Phineas.
But, yeah.
Phineas is
Skinny.
really part of the group.
Yes.
Whole thing every time.
What was that?
Just saying, it's the fantastical Mr. Fox, Phineas McFinnigan.
You
It's the
gotta
whole
say
thing.
name.
Yeah, but it's funny, maybe
It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
Yes.
Like murder, explosion, god, dynamite.
Oh,
My
God.
goodness.
The whole name every time.
Speaking of names, I will go and ask the dwarf woman her name, since we just keep interrogating people without making friends.
We're just making conversation. What are the chances that we'll see her again?
Okay, that not the point. I will go over, introduce myself,
Hello.
and just be like,
Mundir.
"Bon dia to you as well. My name is Zara."
No, her name is my name is Mundir.
Oh, okay.
I love that's canon.
Mundir.
That's canon. I like
What is
that.
I thought like you're
I
saying
just chuckled
today.
under his breath a little bit.
How do you spell?
Mundir.
Okay, all right. Thank you for sharing rations. Do you need we I feed them. We got food. Do you need food to like? I don't want to put y'all out.
And like you can see for a moment, she's like there's a moment of, and then it's like I am a little like what?
Yeah, and we'll just share.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know. There's nobody in town.
Good.
Was
Did it?
there sounds like sounds of birds and trees and life?
Or those sounds of dread and depression.
Ah,
Those are the two options. It's either life or the empty void of a town that has undergone something.
It was like not necessarily a sound of depression, but now that you mention it, I don't remember hearing any of the animals.
I know sleep is weird at this time of life, but if I can ask, not the content, but have you been dreaming recently? Like, since you passed through Ladina?
Now that you mention it, I haven't really been sleeping much, period. I just can't get through it.
Right.
But I just thought I was tired, but I don't remember. I think, yeah, I don't remember my dreams the last couple nights.
Okay, thank you. And I will once again Druidcraft, but this time I want to take, this is,
Go on.
do you like turnips?
I mean, they're fine.
It's a callback. So I'm gonna take a turnip seed or a couple of turnip seeds, and I'll like Druidcraft a little rattle, and I'll be like, when they outgrow this, break it open and plant the seeds.
That is very sweet. Thank you.
And then, yeah, I mean, I'm good. Y'all got more stuff?
No, I'm good.
No pamphlets.
Fine.
Tomorrow, though, is a pamphlet day.
Yeah.
Still no minors.
Of course.
Okay. So, yeah, I think if we're all good, yeah, go.
Do any of the other dwarves come out at any time? While
At
we're
various
having-
points, like they come out and eat and just kind of like observe you, but neither of them have really engaged y'all in conversation. They are still a little bit wary.
And they're heading back the way that we came, right?
Mhm.
It's a sort of like, okay.
Yeah.
Dalek thinks for a second, so like, should we? No, we don't. We don't need to. We don't need to. We shouldn't blow over them. Do we split? Flashback to when we accepted the terms and conditions of all of this. Do we split our travel expenses, or is it like a shared account that we have to like vote on using?
That is up to y'all.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Well, how much did the horse cost?
Actually, yeah, that's a good question. How much?
Horse probably just cost you like a gold.
Oh.
Like,
Okay. And then rations, another.
We brought our rations with us.
yeah, like I mean, at most that would have been like 5 silver or so. Like for because it was only a 2-day ride, so to another town. So I don't think you
Okay.
got loaded up for a super long trip.
So what
do
Daleks
you
would
wanna
like to do is give some of the dwarves some of the travel money, because we don't need 100 gold, and like they were kind enough to share food, so it's like the little that we can do is like give a gold piece as an exchange.
Yeah.
It's like a common courtesy. It's sort of like, you took care of us, and also we are very loud, and we understand this.
Yeah.
So I would like to offer like 2 or 3 gold pieces out of the thing, and they can come out of Dalex's share if it was like partition, but if it's a group spends account, sort of like we should do something nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
The turnip is a great gesture, but like I can't make a turnip rattle. You surprised me with how many things you can make with your. Anyways, like Daleks goes to the pouch after like conferring, so sort of like here as a thank you for the time spent, the info, and also a deep apology. I'm very loud. My companions are my companion is very loud. We're working on it.
Young folks are always loud, and
Are we young?
I'm 35.
I'm 230.
Fair point.
Okay, yeah.
Fair point.
Touche.
Fair point.
Given my age, everybody's loud.
Yeah, I can see that.
So we offer the free gold as sort of like thank you,
And
apologies.
they are very appreciative, and whatever other rations is like a little home cooked dwarven pie, like the little bit they brought home. Take some, like a little. It's like a fruit cake basically. It's something hearty, but
If it's a dwarven pie, I would imagine it'd be more like a rocky road cake with an emphasis on the road and the rocks.
I switched that quick from pie to cake. This I regret my decisions.
It's fine.
Dwarven baked good that is hearty with fruit.
Okay. We're good now. We're good.
All right.
We're good. So we bid the thing adieu. And
Yeah, I was
Lara,
right at the wagon, so
we're good to go.
Yeah. I do feel like on the road, since I asked the dwarven woman this question in front of my party, I will then be like, so what about if you can remember your dreams? I don't want to know them. Please don't tell me. But can you remember them the last couple of nights?
Everyone make a insight check for me.
Do I, as an elf lineage who goes into trances, do I even dream?
I don't think elves would dream necessarily. It's more of a meditation.
Right.
But I would think that even as you're in that meditative state, there are, while not dreams, but kind of the thoughts of inspiration that you have during that period of rest.
Yes, I
You
do
know,
I was
something.
able to
Is that what I should roll for?
Sure.
Okay. do I think when I trance? Is it insight?
Yes.
19.
14.
6.
Taldra, you never really remember. Like, that's when you wake up, you are up.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
I wake up, I work out. That's what it goes.
But Jalix and Omnis, when you think back, you don't remember your dreams in the last couple nights. Now, it's been a couple restless nights of sleep. You don't remember your dreams.
Someone's stealing my dreams.
Yeah.
No, I normally
maybe.
think, because I don't sleep like you guys, but even that isn't really clicking. It's weird.
I want to, as we get closer, yeah, that does sound like storms.
Yep.
As we get closer, I want to just be paying special attention to that. I'm waiting for the drop off in animal noise.
Okay.
And I want to stop when it starts getting to that point.
Okay. So go ahead and as you're traveling, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay. You come into guidance because we're so bad at this.
How many guidances do you get us?
Cantrip, right?
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. Okay, that's what I thought.
You can
Yeah.
tell when the last time I played a spellcaster class was.
Okay. 17, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Cool. So it's when you, as you're traveling and it gets late in the day, it's it's kind of a full 2 days. So you get there as sun is setting and coming to evening. Go with me one moment here. And as you're coming into the town, the kind of like you're probably about a mile or so out, where you can clearly see it. You can see that there are lights, and with that perception check, you don't see anyone moving about. Even though there is enough light where you might see people kind of coming and going, coming in for the night, you don't see that.